I think we could spend the whole 2 hours here going over the research that proves the expanded CTC doesn't discourage work and the effects on poverty and hunger and parental stress, or even children's visits to the emergency room. But there are people, as we've heard, and who are citing studies that suggest that it will discourage people from working. I do want to say, Dr. Corinth, and I'm happy to get you into this too, that I did not rely on that 2019 study when Sherrod Brown and I wrote this bill in 2017. That was 2 years before. So if there were other people relying on it, it wasn't me. And it certainly didn't inform my opinion about whether this was a good policy or not. But I think, just based on the conversations I have with moms, mostly in Colorado, that some of these critics are living in an imaginary world, you know, in a world where a mom who's making $2,000 a month as a janitor, you know, who already can't afford the $1,300 a month for a two-bedroom apartment, and $900 a month for childcare, you know, in this imaginary world, she quits her job paying $2,000 a month because she starts receiving $250 a month from the child tax credit. In reality, parents can't afford to work because it's too expensive to pay for child care in America. That's not, I don't think, just my opinion. I hear it every single day in Colorado. So I wonder, Dr. Mitchell-Moore, if you could help clear this up. Is there any evidence about the effect of the expanded child tax credit on work? And could you explain how it actually, in some cases, helps families work more?
Thank you for the question. The vast majority of the evidence we have to date suggests that, or found no evidence that the monthly payments reduce parents' employment. And so while we can't say for sure whether these effects would persist, it's not clear that parents knew that the credits were going to expire. I think many of us did not know the credits would expire until late in the year. And lots of survey evidence does show, as you mentioned, that it actually helped parents work more by allowing them to afford childcare and transportation. A survey by AEI actually found that the vast majority of parents said that the credit wouldn't impact their employment at all. And equal shares said it helped them work more as those that said it would help them work less.
Dr. Corinth, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I would just add that there's a large literature in the economic literature finding that tax credits that incentivize work do, in fact, increase work. And I don't think we can rely on the temporary 2021 experience.
Yeah. And I appreciated your testimony about that, too, because it was different than other testimony that we've heard in front of this committee where people actually imagined, I'm sitting in your seat, that there were families out in America watching the committee debate over the expanded child tax credit and retreating from the labor market as a result of that debate. I think your testimony is different from that, which is that the tax credit, it was too short a period, and maybe in 2021, and maybe there was too much else in the environment to be able to tell.
New legislation is gaining traction in Congress. Both Republicans and Democrats are now agreeing to pass legislation that would boost Social Security benefits for select recipients. With checks going out every month, it is important to stay up to date on this news. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video, especially if you are a Social Security beneficiary. Also, on Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Dearest friends, if you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Social Security is an important part of millions of Americans' lives, especially as people are living longer. But with the full retirement age raised to 67 from 65 years old, and the cost of living continues to increase, every last penny counts. Most people associate Social Security with retired Americans. The elderly are especially dependent on the program, with almost 9 out of 10 Americans aged 65 and older collecting benefits to make ends meet. Nearly 2/3 of the House have signed on to a bill that would boost Social Security for public sector workers with government pensions, who currently see limited retirement benefits. The bill has gathered almost 290 co-sponsors, a threshold that could allow its backers to force a vote on the House floor and offer leverage as they work to get it through the chamber. Under House rules, bills with at least 290 co-sponsors can be put on the consensus calendar. It is a process that allows rank and file members to force widely backed legislation to the floor if the committee of the jurisdiction will not take it up. It was referred to the House Ways and Means Committee on January 9th, and the panel has not scheduled a meeting to consider it. Lead sponsor of the bill, Representative Garrett Graves, told reporters, "The fact that we're one of the most co-sponsored bills in Congress right now, it sends a very strong message to the Ways and Means Chair and the ranking member that this is something that's going to have to be dealt with." According to Congressional Research Service data from December, Garrett Graves' bill would aid more than 90,000 people in his home state of Louisiana. Representative Graves is a notable voice for the issue in the GOP conference after helping broker a debt limit agreement on behalf of Speaker Kevin McCarthy and building consensus among Republican members. Garrett Graves' bill aims to boost Social Security payments for public workers with government pensions who also held other jobs covered by Social Security taxes, which means they're entitled to both forms of retirement benefits. The windfall elimination provision and government pension offset reduce Social Security payouts and spousal benefits for pensioned employees in an effort to avert unfairly high payouts. Groups representing retired teachers, police officers, and state and local employees say the reductions go too far and unfairly punish public servants. Graves said public workers are not getting back what they paid into Social Security, and that's a disincentive for going to critical fields like teaching and law enforcement. Graves' bill would get rid of both provisions entirely. The bill eventually racked up 305 co-sponsors in the last Congress under the Democratic control of the House. The panel's leaders at that time tried to broker a deal on a scaled-back version, but those talks ultimately fell through. This year, co-sponsors have flocked to the bill more quickly, giving backers more time to spur action before this Congress ends. Last year, the Congressional Budget Office estimated the bill would cost $180 billion over a decade. Garrett Graves has said that he wants to work with the House Ways and Means Committee to move their bill through the panel, but that they would have to eventually try to force a floor vote if the Ways and Means will not act. But millions of Americans are looking forward to receiving their July Social Security payment this week. Recipients with birthdays that fall before the 10th of the month received their money last Wednesday. Meanwhile, recipients born between the 11th and 20th of the month will receive their checks this coming Wednesday, and those born between the 21st and 31st of the month will receive a payment on the 26th of July. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this morning. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing several winners next Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Sunday.